we arrived at the class of various sports. Weightlifting can either benefit or harm you, so it's essential to know how to begin. When we talk about sports, there are some that help and others that hinder. So let's break each one down so you can understand whether or not you should stick with your favorite sport. Last year, I treated a dedicated swimmer who specialized in freestyle for competitions. She put in rigorous training efforts leading up to the national competition. However, during the race, she faced challenges as symptoms surfaced, causing her to complete the event with diminished arm strength. This was attributed to the compression of the thoracic outlet, a consequence of her exclusive focus on freestyle swimming. She didn't want to stop playing sports, right? And she was already doing the exercises and all the things we were talking about. What was the solution we had for her? She started swimming backstroke to consciously adjust the balance of the muscles in the scapulae, allowing her to maintain a smoother and more controlled swim. I'm not saying you will be able to keep your favorite sport, but I'm saying there are ways to think and act so that we can have a better chance of keeping the sport. For that, we need information. Starting with which sports can be challenging for those with thoracic outlet syndrome. Those who engage in activities that involve repetitive movements where the shoulder blades are pushed forward, such as swimming with the crawl stroke, or playing racket sports like tennis, table tennis, and paddle, can strain the posterior muscles over time. This can lead to the onset of symptoms due to the continuous stress on the shoulder area. In addition, a sport that I am often asked about is cycling, because you end up spending a lot of time with your shoulders and arms forward, and this leads you to develop the syndrome over time. If you participate in any of these sports and experience symptoms, it might be beneficial for you to consider taking a break to recover adequately before resuming your activities. What sports can you safely engage in without exacerbating your thoracic outlet syndrome? Firstly, I would like to emphasize that it's essential to address any existing aches or pains in your body before embarking on a new sport to prevent potential injuries. First, improve the pain your day with physiotherapy and then start the new sport. Without understanding the cause of your pain, posture, physiotherapy, sports, resolving it will be confusing and ineffective. Remember the step-by-step to start a new sport. Sports favorable for those with thoracic outlet syndrome are those that involve moving the scapula backwards. For example, swimming, but I swim backstroke. The race, because you keep your arms close to your body when running and your shoulders in place. In addition, running causes you to lose mass, lose weight, including arm weight, so it will also help you throughout the week with more endurance. RPG, while not officially categorized as a sport, plays a crucial role in improving posture. On the other hand, Pilates, when performed correctly, can be viewed as a sport. It is advisable to consult with your teacher or physiotherapist to focus on developing muscles like the pectorals, biceps, and anterior deltoids. Strengthening these areas can serve as a foundation, enabling you to pursue other sports in the future. Start with Pilates, and then, once you're sure you've built strength and avoided pain, transition to another secondary sport. Dr. Thomas, I enjoy swimming at crawl, playing paddle, and wish to pursue these sports. However, I am challenged by Siladero syndrome, which affects my ability to participate fully. What is the proper way to execute it? First, the timing, right? You should start practicing the sport when you're pain-free in your daily life and at work. You reach that moment, then you go to sports. If you start exercising and notice that you have pain, understand that you are overworking the anterior muscles, so you end up with a forward shoulder tilt which worsens the situation. So what do I suggest? May you do a counterbalance act? For example, perform exercises that strengthen and stretch the chest muscles. Exercise list with details will be available after the 7th day of the course. By doing these exercises on the day you will train the PAID, the tennis, you will also gain strength to bring the capsules back and not just forward. And maybe you can keep these sports in the long term. In summary, the appropriate method for you to begin engaging in sports activities. To overcome thoracic outlet syndrome, achieve a pain-free state by changing habits and undergoing physical therapy for optimal results. Then you start a sport that is more relaxing, for example, Pilates. Avoid inadvertently strengthening the wrong muscles. After spending a few months doing well in Pilates, you can stop physiotherapy. Stopped physical therapy, kept doing Pilates, feeling good, back to your sport. Whatever sport you choose to do, if it involves significant strengthening of the anterior muscles, it is essential to incorporate the exercises planned for release on the 7th day of the course. By focusing on strengthening the posterior muscles as well, you can achieve a balanced workout routine, which can enhance your performance and longevity in your chosen sport. Guys, it's not an absolute guarantee that you will be able to keep practicing your sport without pain, but rather a strategy to increase your chances of achieving that goal in a more efficient manner. Therefore, it is crucial to consider the balance between quality of life and pursuing your athletic goals. If your quality of life is greatly affected, maybe keeping up with sports is not a good option. I hope you enjoyed this class. Next time, we will talk about travel and driving, a common cause of worsening pain in the long term. Are we going?